Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and it is time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television and we do a few reality shows on the side. And one of the shows that we're doing is Young and the Restless, one of the daytime television shows, Young and the Restless. So here's the thing about Young and the Restless. So I kind of want to backpedal a little bit. So I said that Zach is the leader of the sex ring. Still totally believe that. Totally. But I said that the woman that was helping him was Tessa. Now I'm not so sure about that. Because basically what happened this week was that girl Crystal, right? She ended up calling Tessa. And Tessa found out, oh, that Crystal's a hooker. So Crystal goes to Zach. Tessa goes to Zach to try to get some help. And Zach is basically like, oh, there's nothing I can really do, you know, I don't know. Are you sure she's a prostitute? Really? Like, but then he gets on the phone after, he's like, yeah, things have changed, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not quite sure. I definitely think that Zach is still the head of the sex ring. But the chick, so let's explore some ideas on who the chick might be if it's not Tessa. So they showed him talking on the phone, and it was a woman with curly blonde hair, right? Now, if you take off the curly part, maybe it's Christine, right? That would certainly be scandalous if Christine was in charge of some sex ring and she's supposed to be this, you know, what is it? District attorney. If she's supposed to be some district attorney and then she ends up being the head of well, not assisting the head of a sex ring, that's a little scandalous, right? But that would be good drama. Or maybe, who else could it be? It's definitely not Ashley. Because I'm trying to think of all the blondes that they have on the canvas right now. So it's definitely not Ashley. And it's definitely not Dina, although that would be scandalous too if Dina was the one who... But Dina would never take orders from Zach or anyone. As we are seeing when she... So, okay, so just real quick, Jack decided to have Dina come work with everyone at the family business, Jabot. And bitch just walked right in like she owned the place and just started ordering people around. And already driving her kids crazy. So, I definitely don't think that it's Dina. Although that would be good drama too. Okay. Now, I doubt that it's Victoria in a wig. Right? Because Victoria wouldn't do that. Victoria definitely has the motivation to get at Abby that way. For sure. But she doesn't have the motivation to start a sex ring that's kind of, or to assist in a sex ring. This is the thing we have to remember, is that this woman is assisting Zach. So it's got to be someone that is willing to be subservient to someone, right? And all these women that I've mentioned so far, with the exception of Christine, all these women are very ball-busting broads, right? So I don't think any of them... Obviously, it's not Abby, right? But maybe it could be Summer. Bet we forgot about Nick's other daughter, didn't we? Because she's been off the canvas for a little while, but she's technically still under contract with the show, or is she? I don't know. But she's still definitely a cast member. So that would be sort of scandalous if she ends up... And that would actually throw another wrench into the Summer-Abby relationship, because if we recall, Abby had an affair with Summer's husband. I forget what her husband's name was. Whatever. The cute guy that was the cameraman for Avery. God, I swear, my brain this morning is not working. It's a good thing I'm doing this show, because I need to get into I need to get my brain going before I go to work. Okay. instead of waking up like the first 20 minutes of work. Oh. All right. So those are definitely some guesses as to who this mystery woman. I definitely don't think it's Phyllis. That doesn't make any sense. If it's Phyllis, that would make zero sense at all. None. I definitely don't think it's Sharon. I just don't know who else it could be. Unless it's someone we haven't met yet. Which would be a little bit of a cop-out. A little bit. But, I mean, at least that would make somewhat sense if it's some chick we don't know. Or it could be someone from the past that's come back that we're like, oh my goodness, right? So I'm definitely curious to see who this woman is. So I'm backpedaling from my, excuse me, my assumption that it was Tess. I don't think that it was Tess. But I still think Zach is the leader of the sex ring for sure. And I kind of think he fudged his numbers a little bit. Like, I think that he had people download the app that aren't actual users, but he just kind of, just to fake his numbers. I wonder in real life if companies do that all the time, right? I wonder if do they do that to have better numbers on their reports. I don't know. I think that it might happen a little bit more than we think. We'll see. How do I look? I shaved yesterday. Nice and clean. Okay, so Nick and Victor are totally at each other's throats again. And the thing about this feud is that how many times have we seen this before? Many, many, many times. Nick and Victor are like oil and water. And that's, or no. Yeah, oil and water. Yeah, good, okay. You know, I was thinking about the New York housewives and how they were like, I think she meant oil and vinegar. But anyways, because oil and vinegar do mix and they make a lovely balsamic, just saying. Okay, so I definitely think that it's been done before. We've seen Nick and Victor fight over and over and over again. So I mean, it's this particular fight is a little bit new. I don't know. I just feel like they wanted to separate Victor from his family, which I get it. That makes sense. You know, for drama's purposes, you want to get people, you know, out of their comfort zone. But I just feel like that this was kind of a hokey way to do it. Right? Because, you know, they left Victor because remember, this goes back to when they first left Victor. They left him because he was involved in Chloe and with Adam's death. Or Adam's death. I don't think that, I think that was kind of dumb, personally. Like, they knew exactly what he was, A, they knew exactly what he was capable of, and B, they were not fans of Adam's to begin with. So, it seems a little bit disingenuous to me that they're all, you know, all in an uproar because of this alleged scheme against Adam. I'm just saying. Okay. Moving on. In terms of lesbian Mariah, you know who I love. I love me some lesbian Mariah. And there's kind of some, I don't want to say flip-floppedness, but there's definitely some I don't know. She's having some, I don't think she knows what she's feeling right now, which is fine. That makes sense. Especially if she ends up being bisexual. And she's never had these feelings for a woman before, even if she's not bisexual. And that's another thing, too. She could just be 100% straight, but just likes this chick. I mean, that happens. So, we'll see how that goes. But I love it. First of all, I love it because it actually gives Devon something to do outside of his family and outside of Hillary that is entertaining and is good character development for him. So I don't have a problem with that at all. Anything that gets Devon away from those people. And I mean, I like everyone else. I like everybody, but I just like them in their own individual stories. Devon has a story with Mariah and Tessa, and I am enjoying that immensely. So then, okay, so finally, real quick, Hillary is, well, we already talked last week about Ho Victoria, and, you know, the same thing happened again. She heard the earring, boop, 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 whoop, and then she became this big old slut. Well, she wasn't kind of a big old slut, but she was very loosey-goosey when they went on their second date at the underground. So, I don't know. I just can't with her. Anyways, thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Angel Benton. You can hashtag YR to talk Young and the Restless, or you can hashtag GH to talk General Hospital, which I'm doing next. And you can click that subscribe button on my YouTube channel to get my YouTube videos sent to your inbox every single day. Thank you so much for logging on today, everyone. Peace out. Have a wonderful day. Wubba, wubba, wubba.